So yeah, we have the farm total is 53 acres. There's 30 acres workable. It's actually 2 fields. You can see the one separated by the windrow there. 30 acres workable, 23 is trees, river, that kind of stuff, a little bush back in the corner. My neighbor rents the land from me, and he's in a 3-cycle rotation, wheat, soybeans, and corn. So I was interested in the buffer project. I was involved with the environmental farm plan, and they had grants available for buffer projects. And at the time, I did have some cattle in the pasture, and they were drinking out of the river. And the more I read and like got educated on that kind of stuff, it's like, well, we can't have that. So I wanted to get a buffer zone in there. And the erosion was a big thing too. Like I said, we'll go down here and I can show you some of the erosion. But I worked with, like I said, the environmental farm plan, and then Upper Thames kind of worked hand in hand with that. And that's how we came up with the buffer zone, which led into retiring marginal farmland. When we moved in 20 years ago, we moved in '94, my wife's grandfather had started planting trees. He had like a block of trees along the river here, I would say probably about 2 acres. So we've just basically added on to it above, and we've gone the other way. He's went right up to the neighbor's property line here. And as you can see, these trees are, I would say, 40 to 50 years old, mostly evergreen variety. Okay, well, pretty much where we started right here, and then behind you can see the one trail there. From there over to the river, that was the buffer zone. That was the original project we did through the environmental farm plan and Upper Thames. And that kind of led to the retirement of the marginal farmland that's up over in here. It was a wet area to begin with, and like I had said before, we ran some cattle in here, and it wasn't real great pasture. And like I said, one thing led to another. We did that project, and then through the environmental farm plan that helped in here, and we were able to machine plant most of it in. I guess you might say I maybe not a naturalist, but I've always liked trees. Outdoorsy, I've always hunted and fished in my life. I grew up in the country originally before we got married and moved here. So I just like trees. You can see the trails we have. Like, we enjoy the trails a lot all the time, like all seasons. And the kids like it out here too. And just trees is kind of a natural thing for us, being in the bush and living out here. The old saying is, the best time to plant a tree is yesterday. The next best time is today.